When it comes to youth athletic development, one of the most common questions we get here at Athletes Authority is how do we actually introduce strength and conditioning into a youth program? Because often there is a lot of sports going on, a lot of commitments, and it is quite hard to just throw an athlete into a program, trying to load them, trying to expose them to different speeds and different weights. It is quite tough, and it can be something that we need to have a plan for. And one of the best ways or best analogies that I like to think of it is it's sort of like when we're cooking a piece of bread. We put it in the toaster and we check how well it's going each time. So it might be 30 seconds, we pop it up, we see if it's good enough, we put it back down. We go again, wait another 30 seconds, we pop it back up, see if it's brown enough for us. That is exactly what youth development's like. It's about exposing them to small amounts of training load, seeing how they respond, and then starting to layer a little bit more on and a little bit more on. And as we start to layer more and more on, they also start to adapt to it. And that's the key aspect. We want to create some sort of overload for them to adapt. And one of the most key principles that we want to look at here at Athletes Authority in regard to youth development is knowing where we're actually going to go. Because if we don't know where we're going, we have no idea how to regress back to the start. So we have a very strong system here for progression, understanding where we want to take our athletes at the end stage, at that elite level, so we know exactly how many steps to come back to engage our youth athletes. It might be an 11-year-old, a 15-year-old, and make sure that we can expose them to just enough load to start to make sure they adapt and not get injured, and we can start to layer on as they adapt more and more over each training block, and we can start to create a really well-rounded athlete.